So session 2, I guess. So this is your thing from last week.
Yeah.
Coffee's fine because it's just black.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing is that I don't eat breakfast some days. And then I have a huge snack in the evening after 9.
Yeah.
Of course.
And having breakfast in the morning actually helps your metabolism rev up, so it's actually good to eat something, even if it's just like a slice of toast.
Yeah.
Probably is, or that oatmeal, like even if you got those little instant ones, you just put water in maybe would be better.
Yeah. Well, this is usually at the school.
But since it's black coffee though, that's not a problem.
Yeah.
Most of this looks pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
I don't know if how big your portions are.
Sometimes my portions are probably larger depending on the day. Sometimes not, sometimes larger.
We don't want to cut your supper down too much because then you're going to probably increase the snacks unless you start eating more healthier snacks before bed.
Yes.
If you could cut down on the cookies and chips and chocolate bar and gummies, it probably would help.
Yes, for sure.
And if you just probably could eat more for breakfast, but you cut down a little bit on you need the lunch at work to keep awake. Look at the bags baked instead of fried. That's good.
Yes, they do that well.
Otherwise, it seems pretty reasonable. I think it's mostly the snacks and the portions that you need to work on.
Yes, for sure. I like my meat, and I like my potatoes and gravy, and I like all the good things in life.
Do you think we should try and cut back on the snacks, especially the sweet snacks?
Yes. If I can change the snacks even in the evening to make sure I have some more vegetables and fruit in the house.
Do you want to start easier? Maybe only cut them out for, I don't know, maybe like 3 days to start with, and then make sure on Monday, Wednesday, Friday you don't have sweet stuff?
That might be reasonable to
start. Because you're used to eating
crappiness.
Yeah, and then maybe get some fruits that's sweet and stuff, so you're still getting that sugar, but it's natural, so it's better for you.
Yes.
If you got fruit, most vegetables to start anyways.
Yes.
Could just start with like 3 days, and then we can work on cutting down more. And, like maybe, and if chocolate bars, dark chocolate's better for you. I don't know if you like dark chocolate.
I love dark chocolate.
Well, it's much better for you than regular milk chocolate and white chocolate.
Less sugar.
So if you go get like a Hershey bar or something that's dark chocolate, or a Lindt one, or whatever you can afford, dark chocolate. The more dark chocolate, the better it is for you. You still don't want to have like a whole chocolate bar, but if you got like a big one and then just broke off like 3 or 4 each night, that would still give you your chocolate, and it's better for you.
Well, and then I could have like apples and peanut butter with a small bit of dark chocolate or something that would be, I mean, I know all the right things to do, I just don't do it. That's the problem.
But I've heard that even nutritionalists will have dark chocolate, so I think it's okay for you. Much better than the milk and anyways, and as long as you're not overdoing it, right?
Yes,
like you said, a couple pieces with some apples or something is probably good.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of it's just mostly keeping you on track, right?
Yeah.
Which is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe you should try and have breakfast more often if you can.
Yeah.
Even if you just eat an apple or banana on the way to work, like even just a piece of fruit or a vegetable, if you like some vegetables, or something that you could, even if you're in a hurry, if you keep some bananas and apples, you could even just eat one on the way to work, even if there's nothing on it, right? Like, I know you said you like apples with peanut butter, but if you could just even
have just an apple.
Or if you like pears, you could have a pear on the way to work, or whatever you like, peaches, nectarines, plums, whatever you're into.
No, for sure.
And whatever the grocery store actually is carrying at certain times of the year.
No kidding.
But, or if you like carrots, even a couple carrots to chew on the way to work, or whatever, anything like that that's natural, that you don't need to do a lot of. That way, if you're in a hurry, you don't have time for the oatmeal, then you can at least eat something on the way to work. Especially Especially if you're going out to Sasko Cheese, right? Then you
Yeah.
can.
Well, and there they
David, that's about 15 minutes away.
Yeah.
Then you could eat something on the way there.
Yeah.
Might be
well,
helpful.
and they make breakfast. If I'm at the one school, they have breakfast and lunch, so I don't have to think about what I'm doing. I just eat what's there,
Okay.
which is nice. If it's there, I eat it. If it's not, I have.
And because
they're
supplying it for the kids, it's semi-healthy because they don't want to be giving them like junk.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's exactly it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess if you go early enough, but I guess if you're running late, you still could grab apple or banana or whatever. That would be free. You could eat that while you're driving.
Yeah. For sure.
Except that's distracted driving now.
No, I think I'll be okay. I think I can eat an apple without.
I don't know, you're supposed to drink coffee anymore while we're driving.
Are you serious?
Nothing. No drinks, no food.
Oh, that's getting ridiculous.
He's definitely gonna know we're friends. Yeah, no, everything was pretty much like, you had the kids last week, so that makes more sense with the chicken nuggets, fries, and frozen vegetables. It'd probably be better if you have less nuggets, less fries, and more vegetables. Like, if you try to get, another thing you could start is, even if you're really hungry, try and do, like, your plate is a circle, right?
Mm-hmm.
You should try and have this for meat, this for starch, whether it's rice or potatoes or it doesn't matter, and have both of these for veggies. Like, even if, I found sometimes that gets boring, so sometimes I do, like, let's say broccoli and carrots or something for me, or I do like a mixed vegetables for the whole thing or something, or sometimes you can add stuff to it, like even just a little bit of like vinegar or a little bit of spices can just change it up a little bit.
No, for sure.
And if you do two, or like peas, you could do peas and carrots, or peas and corn, or just whatever. If you have half the plate in vegetables, that's better for you.
Yeah.
Like, I know you like your meat and then potatoes, and I do too. But it's better if you have like a small amount of meat, smaller amount of starches, like a quarter of the plate, and then have the rest vegetables.
Yeah.
Or even just try to make your plate smaller, like don't use the full size of the plate. Like sometimes I use small plates and have 2 servings because I eat less that way. I don't know if that would work. You could go back for seconds, but I use a small plate sometimes just because and I try to eat slower. A small plate, and then I won't eat as much because when I go back for seconds, I'm not as hungry. Yeah. But if it's on the plate, I'm going to clear it, right? So,
for sure.
So sometimes I'll go take a little plate or a bowl and go back for seconds instead of doing it all in one go.
Instead of lobbing up.
I find that helps. These are just options. They're not required for you to do any of this. This is something you could do.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
If you would like to try any of those are just options that I've tried that work for me. Because I've been losing a little bit of weight, I don't know if you noticed. I lost about 10 pounds, but
that's
awesome. Well, I gained all that weight when I was off with my broken legs.
Right.
I gained some of my pants that were getting tighter, getting looser. So like they're not loose, but they're not like tight anymore. Yeah. So I must have lost a little bit.
Yeah, that's nice.
Okay, so for the next week, your plan is to cut out 3, I'll go unhealthy snacks. I'll try to smaller portions for large meals. And more veggies, and try to eat breakfast every day.
And I do feel better when I eat breakfast. I just need to get into it.
So this is your plan for the next week.
Okay, sounds good.
And if you want to keep doing you can do another one of these if you feel up to it.
Okay.
But you can do that for starters
Okay.
for the next week.
Sounds good.
Okay, is there anything else you want to work on for this session?
No, I think we're good if I can do that, and then maybe next week we'll work in some exercises or something.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.